Hey everyone, I'm David from the podcast team at I-Fal, the English learning app. Welcome to our chat over coffee. Today I have 5 short news stories for you, all in clear, simple English. Let's have some fun, learn new words, and talk about our everyday life in Israel. Story 1 is about a new protest song by Yoni Roea. You might know him from his famous song Izo Medina from 40 years ago. Now he has a new album called Mefuzarim, which means scattered. On this album, there's a song called Politics. In the song, he sings lines like, "A drunk parliament that lost its values, and a strategy advisor who will sell even God." It's a strong message about the way some politicians work. I think it's cool that Yoni Roea is still active after all these years. For us in Israel, protest songs are part of our culture, right? We sing them at rallies and sometimes just with friends at home. Learning these lyrics in English can give you new vocabulary like parliament, values, and advisor. Next time you chat about politics with your friends, you can mention a lost value or a strategic advisor. Okay, story 2. This time we travel to London, but in our minds only. The Design Museum in London is opening a big exhibition about film director Wes Anderson. You know him from movies like the Grand Budapest Hotel and the Royal Tenenbaums. The show will display hundreds of models, costumes, and props from his films. All the tiny sets and pastel colors that make his style so famous will be there. If you love movies and cool design, this is a dream place. And for us learners, we can practice words like exhibition, costume, and prop. Maybe you and your friends can plan a trip to London just to see it. Or you can make a mini exhibition at home with your favorite objects. It's a creative idea and it helps you use English in a fun way. Story 3 is a funny one for all Game of Thrones fans. Kit Harington and Sophie Turner are famous as Jon Snow and Sansa Stark on TV. Now they star in a new horror film called The Dreadful. And guess what? They play lovers, so they have to kiss on screen. In the interview, they both said it felt weird, because on the show they were like brother and sister. We all know that awkward feeling, right? Having a kiss scene with a friend can be strange. In English, we call that awkward or uncomfortable. You can say, "It was strange, but we did our job." It's a simple phrase that you can use in many situations, like when you make a funny mistake in class, or when you try a new dance move in front of your friends. Story 4 is about reservists in Israel. The state comptroller published a report and said that many reservists do not get enough pay. One-third of them receive only 311 shekels per day when they serve. The report says that the system of payments and work rights has gaps and needs improvement. If you've served in the reserves, you know how important those days are. We all want to help our country, but fair pay matters, especially if you have a family or a job. In English, you can say, "They deserve fair compensation," or "the daily allowance is too low." This story reminds us to talk about money and rights in a respectful way. Our last story is about Eilat, our southern city by the Red Sea. The city plans a huge new business center on 21 dunams. They will build a modern transportation station, two 12-story towers for offices, and 80,000 square meters for shops, offices, and tourism. It's a major project, and it will change the skyline of Eilat. I love Eilat in the summer. It's hot, the beaches are busy, and the nightlife is fun. Soon there might be new cafes, new shops, and more places for us to work or study. In English, you can describe buildings, tower, commercial center, or transportation hub. It's good practice for everyday conversation, especially if you ever work in real estate or city planning. That's it for today's 5 news stories. We heard about music, film art, an awkward movie kiss, reservist pay, and a big new plan in Eilat. I hope you enjoyed these short summaries and my warm commentary from an Israeli point of view. I really enjoyed helping you learn some English today. Remember, you can practice with the I-Fal app anytime, only 20 shekels per lesson. See you next time, and keep studying.